Look over New York City this morning. 20 years later, the attacks of September 11th still fresh for many. To this day, victims are still being identified. Two people, a woman and a man, were just identified on Tuesday, according to officials. Authorities say many of the victims involved in the attacks remain unidentified today. And just about everyone remembers where they were when 9/11 happened.
Of course, for the first time, a former Milwaukee assistant fire chief is talking about what he saw himself at Ground Zero just days after the attacks. Our Julia Fellow has that story.
Paul Conway, former assistant fire chief for the city of Milwaukee, has never spoken about his time at Ground Zero publicly.
This is something that you saw day in and day out.
Like this.
Crumpled.
Pretzels together.
We talked to him at the War Memorial in Milwaukee, in front of a preserved piece of the Twin Towers taken down by two hijacked commercial airplanes on September 11th, 2001.
I'm here today to honor and to remember those who gave their all.
What do you think about it being 20 years later? You said that memories aren't fading.
The thoughts never fade. The vision never fades. The smells never fade.
Conway showed us his badge from New York City's Office of Emergency Management, where he worked with fellow firefighter Tim Brown, who survived the tower's collapse.
That call was, "Brother, I need you, and I need you now." And I said, "I'm on my way."
Though he had been a firefighter for nearly 20 years at that point, the then lieutenant says he could never prepare for what he saw next.
War. That's what I saw. 40 blocks. If you can imagine, there's 40 blocks of destruction. There was a line of fire trucks, all smashed, all destroyed, and crushed.
From September 13th through mid-November 2001, Conway worked on and off at Ground Zero.
For me, that was just a logistics operation. That was, we need 5,000 Carhartt bib overhauls. Go find them. We need 300 Motorola radios. Go find them.
Instead of the focus remaining on him, he wants the story to be about the 343 firefighters who were murdered that day, including Michael Lynch Sr., who saved people trapped in an elevator.
The elevator shaft well was full of JP4, jet fuel that was burning, and those people were, for all practical purposes, burning alive. So Mike rescued those people from that elevator and was murdered doing that.
And Captain Patrick Brown, who grabbed an office phone in the towers when his radio transmission stopped working.
Said, "This is Captain Brown, 3 truck. We're on the 35th floor.
Numerous civilians in all stairwells, numerous burn injuries are coming down. I'm trying to send them down first. Apparently, it's above the 75th floor. I don't know if they got there yet, okay?
Okay.
It's a 3 truck and we're still heading up, all right?
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
That was the last anyone heard from him. Conway believes these heroes' stories should be echoed for the next 20-plus years.
I'm not leaving you, and I certainly am not leaving a brother or sister."
We ended our interview in the War Memorial, where a 9/11 exhibit is still being set up.
It's not just there. It's this. It's 20 years of all these people that gave their lives for this country, for something they believed in, for something greater than self, and it cost them their lives.
Another reason to share with your loved ones, young and old, that we must not ever forget.
We've been taught forever that when we forget history, history will repeat itself.
At the War Memorial, Julia Fellow, TMJ4 News.
And along with the 343 firefighters killed on 9/11, so were 37 Port Authority members, 23 New York City police officers. In total, 2,996 people killed in New York City, the Pentagon, and Flight 93 that crashed in Shanksville, Pennsylvania.
And another grim milestone, more first responders have died post 9/11 than on 9/11. According to the World Trade Center Health Program, nearly 4,000 deaths have been attributed to illness related to the attack's aftermath. The fallout from dust and debris during the cleanup at Ground Zero has caused severe deadly illnesses, including cancer.